Luke, congratulations through. Your defence continues, but not maybe as straightforward a night as many people thought you might have.
Yeah, definitely wasn't straightforward, and never said to myself, or I'd never say to myself, you're going to win 3-0. But David was there. He was always there. Hitting that first treble was just so sweet for himself, but the doubling let him down tonight, and I just had to pounce on it.
And you did pounce on it in the end. The key moments you got on top of.
Yeah, and that's what I need to do. That's what I need to start doing early on. But after that, I think after the second set, I was more settled. Obviously, the first set was a weird one. Obviously, the crowd thinking the 170, and then David walks off. And when I seen him walk off, I said to myself, "Come on, surely he's not in his stride anymore. He's thinking he's going to go off."
Yeah, well, we thought that. I mean, it showed his head maybe wasn't quite where it needed to be. He missed those 5 darts, didn't he? And then you stepped in and equalised, and he walked. Did you think, hang on, what's he doing here? Or,
yeah, I knew I was 2-1 down. I knew I was losing, but obviously he didn't know. And I said to himself, "Come on, get this over and done with now." The first set.
Yeah, good 1-4-5 in the second set, and you really started to go through the gears a bit. I think you averaged over 107 in that second set. Yeah,
obviously it's always good to hit the checkouts. Obviously a hold a throw, it's still a big thing to win them legs on throw, but with a ton plus, it's always that much sweeter.
There was a nice moment at the end. You exchanged a few words. Can you let us know what you said to him or what was said?
Yeah, he just said, "Well played," and I said, "Well played to you," and he said, "Good luck for the rest of the tournament."
Yeah, good stuff. You're through now. I mean, you admitted last year to a few nerves earlier on. Anything like that this time, or are you feeling better?
Yeah, obviously the first game against Darius, there was a bit of nerves there. Obviously I think every set I won was 3-2, maybe a 3-1 in there as well. But tonight I was a lot more settled, and now I'm even more settled than when I'm coming back after Christmas.
Did you see Gezi go out? Did you have an eye on that?
Yeah, I mean obviously in the practice room we'll go up to the final practice room before we walk on when someone gets to 2 sets. But yeah, seeing him go out, it's just obviously all eyes on me now in this quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
But obviously there's still a few games to get to the quarter final if I would have played him, but I can only beat what's in front of me.
Well, in front of you next is Mensur Suljovic, who's caused a bit of a stir today. I don't know if you saw his game with Joy. It was slow, so I guess you're planning already for that.
Yeah, I mean obviously Mensur's Mensur, isn't he? He does what he does. Obviously everyone knows he obviously twiddles with his flight before he throws. But obviously been watching the darts. Obviously his walk on is one of the good ones. And before the tournament started, he said, what did he say? He said like kind regards or something. He said see you in round 3.
Yeah.
So now we're both in round 3, and hopefully it can be a good game, a first meeting for the pair of us.
Yes. Are you expecting him to also try it on? But I think he did push the limits today.
Yeah, obviously he was a bit slower than usual today. But yeah, if he does that, then obviously I've got to change my game and make sure I'm not going up to the hockey too quick.
Yeah, looking forward to it, how it all pans out. I mean, as you said, Price going out in your part of the draw it obviously helps your cause.
Yeah, obviously I think it was this morning I checked my memories as well, and it was when I won my 2 games, and it said Luke Littler's route to the final, and Gezi was in the quarters, and obviously he went out in my 2 years ago in my first Worlds, and he's gone out again. But yeah, like I said, you can only be what's in front of you, and hopefully I can come back and get another win.
Good stuff. What does a man who's got everything get for Christmas?
No idea. Whatever mum and dad get me.
Good stuff. Looking forward to it. Nice to spend some time. You know you're coming back to defend your title. Top man. Well
Thank you.
done.